Awesome. Well, jumping right in, going over the 2022 results and a glimpse of the preview for 2023. For the completed print projects by entity, um, I grabbed these results from my previous presentations, Q1 through Q3, but we see here that a total of 3,660 print projects were completed. Uh, of those, 236 were for Crown World, 7 for Embedded Labs, Clinical Education 204, Glidewell 2,630, International 58, and Satellites 525. For the projects completed by collateral type, you'll see here this graph, sorry, and we'll see that the top 5 print project, the print collateral types, sorry, were the forms, 418, stuffers, 329, business cards, 318, flyers, and advertisements, 301. Um, just the thing I did want to point out is that previously business cards were at second place, but it looks like we did manage to kick some stuffers up a bit and have them come at second place for the highest collateral type. For the top performing print collateral, bring in the most new accounts. First place here we have the Tijuana Sales Team Special Promotion flyer at bringing in 660 new accounts. The top 3 night guard percentage target RX book bringing in 141, and that one went out April through September. For the Crown World Bruxner Buck with Aesthetics New Customers Certificate, 114. Mexico City General RX book RX at 87 new accounts. The Tijuana General RX book at 45 new accounts. And moving over to the restart accounts, the top performers were the top 3 night guard percentage target RX book. It went out April through September, bringing in 84 restart accounts. Mexico City General RX book, 27. Mexico City Manager Special for New Customer Certificate, 24 restart accounts. Global Prospecting RX book sends out April through December, bringing in 15 restart accounts. The Tijuana General RX book brought in 13 new accounts. Restart accounts. Looking over at the enterprise results, strictly from the DMS, RX books from Glidewell were 181 new accounts, 144 restart accounts, and 512 new to product accounts. And that is including general and variable. For satellites, 127 new accounts, 95 restarts, and 79 new to product. Crown World, 10 new accounts, 3 restart accounts, 8 new to product, and Latin America bringing in 144 new accounts, 45 restart accounts, and 147 new to product accounts. Postcards, just a reminder, postcards and stuffers are mostly brand awareness, so the results are much lower. For Glidewell, it did manage to bring in 1 new account, a restart account, and 38 new to product accounts. Stuffers, Glidewell did bring in 8 new accounts, 7 restart accounts, and 67 new to product accounts. Satellites did bring in 8 new to product accounts, and Crown World 3 new to product accounts. Latin America did have 1 new account coming in from a stuffer though. So we sent out plenty of RX books for Glidewell, but these are the two RX books that I was able to actually bring a customer acquisition cost just because of reporting purposes. Tableau is not the easiest to work with, as Keith mentioned on his presentation, and it took hours to just get all these results. So in the next couple of slides, you'll see here what I was able to provide a customer acquisition cost. So for the national, the Glidewell General RX book that went out the first quarter, It did bring in 11 new accounts, 7 restart accounts, and 30 new to product accounts, having a customer acquisition cost of $216 for those 525 redeemed accounts. For the Global Prospecting RX book that went out April through December, we did have 19 new accounts, 37 restart accounts, and 49 new to product, with a little over $400 for those 837 accounts redeemed. For the other RX books we sent out for Glidewell, we see here that the top 3 night guard percentage RX book was the one that brought in the most redemptions. So it was the 132 new accounts, 70 restart accounts, and new to product accounts was 277. I do want to mention though that the Crown Over Implants Variable RX book, although it didn't bring in the most accounts, we did have 4,342 orders, and it did bring in 1 new account, 3 restarts, and 44 new to product. I did want to highlight what didn't perform well so that if the brand managers are, if they're in this call, they take a note of maybe what RX books to maybe omit from using or revamping before we send it out again. So that top 3 night guard clinical twin pack one had no new accounts, restarts, or new to product accounts. Moving on to satellites, the ones that I was able to bring a customer acquisition cost were for the following. Crown World, Bruxer Focus General RX book that went out August and September. It brought in 4 new accounts, 1 restart, and no new to products. The customer acquisition cost was an approximate of $119 for those redeemed accounts. Smith Sterling's Bruxer Aesthetic Crown General RX book that went out basically the entire year of 2022. So that one brought in 10 new accounts, 7 restarts, and 2 new to product. The customer acquisition cost on this one was about one of the highest, $3,780 for each of those 44 accounts redeemed. The New West Bruxer and Bruxer Aesthetic Free Crown General RX book going out January, February, May, June, and then October, November, December. Brought in 10 new accounts, 6 restarts, and 4 new to product. And that one had a customer acquisition cost of an approximate $2,336. Then the Digitech Bruxer Aesthetic General RX book went out January, February, May, June, and August, September. That one brought in 9 new accounts, 1 restart, and 2 new to product, with a customer acquisition cost of about $3,331. Vegas was the Night Guard Focus General RX book, going out March, August, and September, bringing in 9 new accounts only. So the customer acquisition cost on that one was $1,722. And then Pacific Edge, Bruxer Aesthetic and Emax General RX book brought in 2 new accounts, and that one had the highest customer acquisition cost of $8,109 for each of those redeemed accounts.
Those
Other
costs were looking pretty good, Maribel, until you got to that last one.
Sorry.
I said those acquisition costs weren't looking too bad until you got to that last one.
I know. Yeah, it's one of those that, I mean, hopefully in the future with better reporting, we'll be able to see all of the RX books, but it's a good start to see. Hopefully these will help us bring in some KPIs and see exactly where we are. For the Digitech RX books, the top product variable RX book did bring in 6 restart accounts and new to product accounts. Again, the variable RX book is only going to, it's basically a cross sell, so it's not expected to bring new accounts. But the one we did see that didn't bring in anything was that Digitech Bytesplints RX book sent out. So I would reconsider us sending this out again, maybe revamping it or obsoleting it. It's one of those conversations I'll have with the brand manager
Yeah,
too.
Maribel, I ran data on that book and it shows that there were redemptions.
Maybe there was a filter that was
Yeah.
missed or yeah. So
It
there's a
said that
lot of
there's 15 accounts, 35 orders just on one line item that I'm looking at for the 2359126. Oh yeah, so that's
okay.
that one.
Yeah, it's that one. So I'll need to double check that on my end also because maybe I had a filter in there that gave me zero. So I'm glad you bring it up so I can double check it and update it. Um, because I do want to show here what's correct.
Yeah,
So
zeros
thank
are
you.
usually a sign that something's not
Something's off, right?
tracking. Yeah, especially with byte splints, I would say, since that's usually our most popular prospecting product.
Okay, yeah.
But that's good to know. Yeah.
Yeah, this is I believe that one's a cross sell, Eldon, but still
Oh, okay.
usually it's, if you get $50 off a bite splint cross selling from a restorative
Something.
customer, then some
Yeah.
people do use it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'll definitely update this for you. Thank you for bringing that up. I'll move
So
on
that
to
one is a variable or is not? It doesn't say
this one.
variable in the mailer name. Yeah, the middle one doesn't say variable. So
Yeah, so that's one of the things on reporting also that we need to fix, and you'll see it on one of my last slides here. One thing that we're going to be working on with the project managers and they need help is to retrain everybody on inputting those DMS projects. Um, because there's a lot of things that either are being missed and it really messes up when I try to pull up results. And yeah, so that's a work in progress, definitely something we want to fix. And name consistencies on the project names is definitely going to be helpful as well.
WMS. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Do you ever run into that other
That's
inconsistencies in reporting? Sorry.
all good. Okay, so for Las Vegas, we had 6 new accounts for the Bruxer General X book. And then I'll double check these numbers where there's a lot of zeros, but that byte spend variable RX book also had only new to product account come in for only one new to product account, but it did have 30 orders. So if you have other results on these, Ashley, I'll double check them, but yeah, that was that one. Then for New West, we had 4 restart accounts and 8 new to product accounts for the New West Hub Products Variable RX book. Again, variable wouldn't bring new accounts, so that one's okay. The zero's okay there.
Yeah, for the
And
LV, Maribel, mine's showing that there are redemptions on the variable RX book. So I just think maybe it was the reporting that you had.
yeah, I'll go back on these zeros then because
Because one is saying 22 accounts redeemed, 29 orders.
okay, so maybe it's the same case for this new S319 Chronover implant development discount variable RX book. So I'll double check. Maybe I had a filter in there that I forgot to remove, but I'll double check these for you. Thank you. And then Pacific Edge, the top product variable RX book brought in 5 restarts and 3 new to product accounts. And the one that didn't bring, well, yeah, this one's that wouldn't bring in new accounts, but the restart accounts was 0, and the new to product was 2 for the Chronover implant variable RX book. And then Riverside, we had the top products variable RX book bring in 7 restart accounts and 14 new to product accounts. The Night Guard General RX book brought in 36 new accounts, also 10 restarts, and 8 new to product accounts. For Smith Sterling, 1 new account, 12 restarts, and new to product accounts was 2 for the all ceramic variable RX book. And that's on the numbers for the labs. Giving you guys a preview of what we're sending out for January and February, both RX books and postcards combined. For Glidewell, we're sending out 13 RX books and postcards. Satellites are 9. And then for February, a combined of 19 RX books and postcards and 8 for satellites. For the direct mail schedule, on the case stuffer side, we have 13 going out for January for Glidewell, and then satellites is 4. Actually, it should be 5. I have Smithsonian missing on both of these, so I do apologize for that. In February is 16 case stuffers for Glidewell, and satellites should actually be 7. Going back to the reporting and objectives we do have is to have collateral types be classified correctly. Just to give you guys an example of what I was talking about is this project is like a symposium web update, but yet it's showing on the print on print marketing, and collateral type shows it's an article. So there's some things that aren't being classified correctly. And then like the top product variable RX book and the Brexter Aesthetic Crown General RX book, we're both under RX books, but they were incorrectly classified because the variable one shows RX general RX book for the collateral type when it should be RX book variable, and this one should be the other way around. So it says general RX book on the title, but we put it as a variable RX book. So when I pull up the results for these RX books, specifically with the collateral type being RX book, it's not gonna bring me any results on Tableau. So maybe that's one of the reasons why some of my reporting didn't match to Ashley's right now on the previous slide. So this is just one of the examples of things we need to work on. Other things that Nolan and Heather are also helping me is with the identifying the KPIs for print, specifically on our RX books, when new accounts restart and new to product accounts should look like, or what our goal is to know that if our RX books are doing well or not. And then linking the print and postage expenses from Workfront and Tableau would definitely help on this. There's a lot of manual work that goes behind scenes to provide customer acquisition costs, which is why we only saw it on some of the slides for some RX books. And Tableau functionalities are also something that Nolan's going to be helping me with, hoping that there will be clearer data and it'll be more complete hopefully next time that I present to you guys. But that's just some of the things that we're working on. I appreciate your time and your attention. So thank you for listening to me.